Hey folks, you're watching Fuel the Fire TV. When you commit to bear hunting, there's a few things to consider. First thing is to be prepared to put lots of mileage on your side-by-side. The second thing is, once you get the bear hitting, you're on their clock and you have to bait regularly. The third thing is patience. Not every bear is going to hit the bait every night, but if you're patient, your bear will eventually hit the bait. Stay tuned, you're watching Fuel the Fire TV.
Life offers no guarantees, but the one thing that we've learned for sure is that the time we have is indeed precious. The more time we spend with family, with friends, and with nature can make the difference between living a good life and living a great one. Join us on our quest to be participants rather than observers, to learn from our mistakes, to share our successes and our failures as we spend all the time we have chasing our dreams, fueling our passion, and fueling our fire in the great outdoors.
Fuel the Fire TV is brought to you by Closed captioning for Fuel the Fire TV is brought to you by Island Sunrise Cottages, Fishing and Hunting Outfitters.
Hey folks, we're here at the Manitoulin Deer Show. We're in Manitowoc, Ontario, and I'm here with retired conservation officer Ian Anderson. Now, Ian has hunted here for
45 years.
45 years, and he's taken some monster bucks. He's a big proponent of quality deer management, but we're not here talking about deer. Actually, we're talking about the bear hunt and Ontario's newly reinstated spring bear hunt. And Ian's going to tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. Ontario had a very successful spring bear hunt up until 1999. At that time, a particular interest group with a lot of financial backing was able to force the provincial government to reconsider spring bear hunt. And in fact, they didn't just reconsider, they closed the hunt entirely. The argument that was presented was that too many black bear cubs were being orphaned. The actual fact of the matter is, female black bears with cubs do not bait well, number one. Number two, the cubs of adult black bears are always with the female. Most hunters would willingly and knowingly allow the cubs to carry on. They simply wouldn't shoot them. The campaign to close the hunt was successful, and it remained closed until just this past spring in 2016. The impetus for the return of the hunt was simply this. The black bear populations across northern Ontario escalated. The nuisance bear problems in a large number of our northern communities became almost intolerable. The black bear population, and it has never been threatened, and it was beyond that, it needed control. Fall hunts worked to a degree, spring hunts worked better. And part of the reason for the return, in my mind, was simply to allow the bear population to be controlled, and I suppose more importantly for Northern Ontario, it's an important part of the livelihood of the folks that live there. It's a win-win from my perspective. We have a 5-year pilot project. I have no doubt that after 5 years the hunt will continue, and I think it's good news for Ontario.
We're all about win-win scenarios, and you know, one of the provinces that doesn't have a problem with the spring bear hunt is Saskatchewan, and that's where your son Ryan is.
Correct.
Now, Ryan dragged one of our cameras into the field this past spring with his buddy Chad, and he was able to harvest a great bear. We're going to check out some of that footage, and thanks for being here, Ian.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
I think you're laughing. Right on. It's a pretty good sized bear.
It is.
It's a real good sized bear. Tuesday, May 13th. We're three weeks into bear season. First time sitting out this season so far. Running here with Chad Braun. Been on here for a few years and hit the bait out for about a week now.
Yeah.
7 bear coming in, 2 shooters. This is one of them. Shot a beauty. About 15 minutes in. Good looking bear. Well, Chad, congratulations.
Thank
Nice
you.
looking bear.
Thanks for being
Beautiful.
with me again today.
Great job on the Saskatchewan bear, Ryan and Chad. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
This segment of Fuel the Fire TV is brought to you by Great Spirit Circle Trail.
Hey folks, welcome back to Fuel the Fire TV. This is our bear episode, and we've named the episode Humility, and the reason being is that I've decided to take a bear, and I haven't done so yet. Oh, here comes a bear. Here comes a bear. He doesn't look very big. No, he's just a little guy. Okay, that's not the bear we're looking for, but that's a good sign. I'm pretty sure that was the bear from last year. Now remember, I was out here last year. This is the end of our spring bear hunt. And that little guy was here last year, but we know there's a bigger bear here. But he came in not even 10 minutes after I came out here. The bait was just hammered, so we'll see. Maybe that big guy's around here. We've named the episode Humility, and it's one of those things where I had to grapple with a little bit when I decided to start thinking about setups, because I really wasn't sure if I wanted to shoot a bear for my own reasons. And so we went to Quebec, the bush country camp, and that's when I committed. I'm really gonna try and shoot a bear. I'm gonna show you some of that footage because I came real close on a couple of occasions, and I really enjoyed that whole experience. These are amazing animals. I love watching them. It's a big deal to take one, in my mind. So when I take that bear, my first bear, I want it to be the right one. Let's check out some of that bush country camp footage.
What's up, bear?
Did ya?
Yeah. Had my chance. Yeah, I think he's a good bear. I'll download it and take a look at it.
Nice size?
I'm thinking 180 maybe.
All right.
When I couldn't get the shot,
All right.
and I ran out of light. And he was there when these guys came in.
Let's take any rest.
No, I didn't want to take it.
All right.
There was one time where he actually moved in the broadside, and I was full draw, and he moved right in front of the tree. And I thought I could squeeze it in, and I'm like, I better not, I'm just gonna wait. But
We'll see what it looks like on film.
That was exciting. I mean, I drew back on that big bear a number of times. I just couldn't get the shot. And that was the hook. Hold on, I'll show you this little guy. He's coming in again. He's not gonna leave anything for that big bear. And then last year we had this little guy. He was in here several times. Real cool footage. Like I said, I love watching him. He's back again. I hope that big bear comes out tonight. We are down to the wire, but this guy looks pretty relaxed, so he seems to just be pigging out, not worried about anything.
I really learned a lot about bear hunting up at Bush Country Camp, and not only about the bear hunt, but about respecting the entirety of the hunt. There were some other hunters up at Bush Country and they took a bear, but for them it was more than that. And they allowed us to video some of that tradition that they have that showed us the spiritual side of their bear hunt.
Okay, this is a tradition Ray and I have been making since we've been going hunting together. Every time we get a kill, we spread a little bit of my dad's ashes. We're gonna spread his ashes again in his memory. Okay, Dad, we did it. One more time. There we go. Thank you. Dad Sharp, we did it. Grandpa, we did it. I love you, Dad. Woo! Woo.
You know, Wayne and Ray really understand the connection they still have with their father and with their grandfather, and they want to preserve those memories that were created a long time ago. Thanks, guys, for reminding us about that important lesson. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
This segment of Fuel the Fire TV is brought to you by North Meridian Enterprises.
Welcome back to Fuel the Fire TV. So, we went to Florida, and all of the baits that we had on Manitoulin Island went cold. So I'm gonna sneak in here to the north shore of Manitoulin, and I'm gonna set a bear bait on an area that I know last year had a real good bear. Now, we have 0 time to get this done. I've got about 9 days left before the end of season, and we also are starting our charter season. So if we can't get this bear to hit, and I know this bear is here, we're gonna be in trouble. So the spring bear hunt in Ontario has been canceled for the last 20 years. And this is a great opportunity for us to harvest a spring bear. It's just we're out of time, and this has to work. I'm hoping to heck that it does. So Rob and I scouted this area last summer, and we set up on this great little spot. It's tucked away about 20 kilometers off of the main road, the main highway, and then we have to actually drive in another 3 or 4 kilometers. Now, we've seen really good sign in here. Last year we had a picture on camera of a bear that's probably 425 pounds, plus a couple of little bears. But I'm after something big. Like I said, I haven't shot a bear yet, and I'm going at it with our Excalibur crossbow. This area, it's surrounded by a real nice swamp, and then it's got a really thick hardwood bush, and then in behind that, it's got some conifers. So you've got swamp as a source of water and food, and then we're gonna set up these baits where we know we're gonna have our best possible chance.
All right, so we've been in the stand for a couple hours now, and we're just heading the last part of sundown. It's a real nice night though. The bugs are driving me nuts. The horseflies in here are crazy big. We know there's a better bear in here. We know he's a good bear. we saw him on video last year. Sorry, we saw him on camera last year. And he looks like he's probably 300. He's just got a big back end and his ears look small. So I'm really hoping he decides to show up tonight. That would be just great. Oh, this looks like a better bear. This is a good bear. This is a better bear for sure. I gotta get set up on him. That's a good bear. That's a real good bear. Take it.
This segment of Fuel the Fire TV is brought to you by Ramaco Source for Adventure.
Oh, this looks like a better bear. This is a good bear. This is a better bear for sure. I gotta get set up on him. Okay, to me that looked like a real good spring bear. I put that 350 grain arrow, 125 grain broadhead, right clean pass through. I heard the death moan. We're just gonna give it a little bit more time. But he seems like a real good bear. Man, when I saw the size of his head, wow, that was the bear that we saw last fall. I'm so glad the spring bear hunt is back. That's crazy. My first bear, and he's a real good one, I think. All right, I'm gonna text Robin, see what's going on, get him to come and give me a hand. I'm excited to go take a look at him.
Okay, so Rob came back. We're gonna go try and recover this bear. You saw in the video, it's a good shot. I heard him moan. He shouldn't be too far in there. I'm super excited to see this thing. There's the Luminoc. I didn't even go grab it, but it should be good. Oh yeah, covered in blood. Good blood there, all the way through here. He's just pouring out. He can't be too far. There he is, right there. He's down. He looks like a good bear. Oh man. Man, oh man. Look at this. Look at this bear. Oh my. He looks real good, Rob. Like real good. He's a big old boar. Yes! My first bear with the Matrix. My first bear ever this spring. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this guy. Oh man. Oh, look at him. This is a real good bear, Rob. Hey? Yeah. Big claws on him. Center punched. Wow, I'm beside myself. This is the one I've been waiting for. Doing all those baits and driving all that way and wondering if it's gonna happen. Just awesome. All right, folks, this is it. My first bear, my first spring bear. It's the first time we've had a spring bear in about 20 years. I waited a long time for this guy, and it was worth the wait. Just a fantastic opportunity. Last minute, we set up late. We switched our setups, and because our baits went cold, we came up here to the northern part of the North Shore, and we were able to get it done. It took us a while to get it out, but a real nice bear, probably 300 pounds, maybe even a little bit more, with the Excalibur crossbow. Fantastic opportunity. Remember, folks, to fuel your passion and fuel your fire, you gotta get outdoors. We'll see you next week.